Hello and welcome back to English for Beginners, the podcast. I am Jasmine and I am so happy to spend this time with you. Today we have a story that is very close to my heart. It is a story about a farmer and his two clay pots. It is a story for anyone who has ever felt like they were not good enough, or for anyone who has ever felt worthless.
Hello, everyone. I am Mark, and I am also very glad to be here on English for Beginners, the podcast. This is such an important topic, Jasmine. In this world, we often feel pressure to be perfect. We want the perfect job, the perfect house, and the perfect English. But today's story teaches us that nobody is perfect, and that is actually a beautiful thing.
That is so true, Mark. Let's start our story. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a very hard-working farmer. Every single morning, before the sun came up, he would wake up and walk a very long way to a well to fetch water. He used a wooden stick across his shoulders to carry two clay pots.
These two pots were very different. One pot was perfect. It was smooth, round, and had no cracks. When the farmer finished his long walk home, this pot was always full of water. Not a single drop was lost. The other pot, however, had a small crack on its side. Because of this crack, half of the water leaked out drop by drop along the path.
The perfect pot was very proud of itself. It would think, "I am flawless. I do my job perfectly. Every drop of water reaches the farmer's house safely because of me." It looked down at the cracked pot with contempt, which means it thought the cracked pot was worth nothing.
One morning, while they were being carried on the stick, the perfect pot decided to be mean. It said to the cracked pot, "Look at you. You are completely useless. Half of your water is gone before we even get home. Why does the farmer even bother with you? You are just a heavy burden."
Those words were like sharp thorns in the heart of the cracked pot. It stayed silent, but it was suffering. Day after day, the perfect pot teased it, and the cracked pot began to believe it was worthless. It felt so much shame because it thought it was wasting the farmer's hard work.
Eventually, the cracked pot could not bear the shame anymore. One sunny morning, it whispered to the farmer with a trembling voice, "Master, I am so sorry. Please forgive me." The farmer was surprised and asked gently, "Why are you crying, my friend? What is making your heart so sad?"
The cracked pot replied, "I am useless, master. Because of the crack in my side, I lose half the water you work so hard to fetch. You walk so far and you carry such a heavy load, but because of me, half of your effort is wasted. I am a burden to you. Please forgive me for being broken."
The farmer listened with a very calm and kind face. He didn't get angry. He didn't scold the pot. Instead, he smiled gently and said, "Don't worry, my dear friend. Tomorrow I will show you something special. After that, you will never feel useless again. I promise."
The next morning, the farmer took both pots to the well as usual. On the way back, he said to the pots, "Today I want you to look carefully at the sides of the road. Look down and see what is there." Both pots looked down. The cracked pot was shocked.
On its side of the path, there were beautiful, colorful flowers blooming everywhere. They were dancing in the breeze and covered in morning dew. For the first time in a long time, the cracked pot felt a tiny bit of happiness. But on the other side, the side of the perfect pot, there were no flowers. There was only dry earth and stones.
When they reached home, the cracked pot felt sad again because half its water was gone. It said, "Master, I still failed you. I still could not bring a full pot of water." But the farmer sat down and said, "No, you don't understand yet. Did you notice that the flowers only grew on your side of the path?"
The farmer explained, "I have always known about your crack, my friend. So, many months ago, I planted flower seeds all along your side of the road. Every single day while we walked home, you watered those seeds without even knowing it. Your flaw gave life to those seeds."
"Because of you," the farmer continued, "the whole road is now beautiful. These flowers bring joy to my heart every morning. Travelers stop to look at them. Children play among them. All this beauty exists because of you and your crack. The cracked pot started to cry again, but this time they were tears of joy. It finally felt loved and valuable.
But then the perfect pot, which had been listening, felt very ashamed. It said quietly, "Master, I have been very wrong. I made fun of my friend and called him useless. I thought I was better because I am perfect, but now I see that while I was being proud, my friend was creating beauty that I could never create. I was blind."
The perfect pot turned to the cracked pot and said, "My dear friend, please forgive me. I was cruel and I judged you. You are not useless. You are wonderful in your own way." The cracked pot, full of compassion, replied, "Of course I forgive you. We all make mistakes, but we can learn from them."
The farmer was so happy to see them become friends. He told them, "Nobody in this world is perfect. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. The perfect pot is excellent for carrying drinking water. That is a great gift. The cracked pot is excellent for creating beauty. That is also a great gift."
"Both of you are necessary for my life to be complete," said the farmer. "If both of you were perfect, I would have water, but no flowers. If both of you were cracked, I would have flowers, but no water. You complete each other." This is such a powerful lesson for our listeners at English for Beginners, the podcast.
It really is. We are all like these two pots. Some of us are efficient and capable, like the perfect pot. Some of us feel flawed and broken, like the cracked pot. But the truth is, we're all a little bit of both. Our imperfections make us unique and human. Sometimes the thing we think is our biggest weakness is actually our greatest gift.
So we want to tell you two things today. First, never judge someone by their flaws. You don't know the flowers they are watering. Second, embrace your own imperfections. They make you who you are. Don't let your cracks make you feel worthless.
We want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like the cracked pot? Or have you ever been like the perfect pot, judging someone else? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel better today.
If this story touched your heart, please share this podcast with someone who needs to hear this message. You never know whose life you might change by sharing a little bit of wisdom.
Thank you for staying with us on English for Beginners, the podcast. We are here to remind you that you are not alone, you have value, and your story matters.
We will be back soon with another story. Until then, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Remember, your cracks can create the most beautiful flowers.
Stay grateful, stay humble, and keep shining. Goodbye for now.
Before we go, Mark, let's review a few words from the story for our learners. The word contempt means thinking someone or something is not important or has no value.
And flawless. This means having no mistakes or cracks. The perfect pot thought it was flawless.
We used the word burden. A burden is something heavy or difficult that you have to carry. The cracked pot felt like a burden to the farmer.
And compassion. This means feeling sympathy and concern for others. The cracked pot showed compassion when it forgave the perfect pot.
Finally, unique. This means being the only one of its kind. Your imperfections make you unique.
Thank you for listening to English for Beginners, the podcast. See you next time.